People say February is the month of love. Well, here in Ghana, February has been one crazy, bloody month. But around the world, people are celebrating February as a month of love. I think that this February as a month of love thing is a marketing gimmick by experts in marketing to get guys especially to spend profligately or profligately, depending on your background, on ladies for amorous returns on their investments. Now, these guys come in different forms and shapes as investors. Some are like investors of men's gold. They are high-risk investors. They invest with their head, their heart, and everything. And they really like slay queens and their ilk. It doesn't matter if the matter, which has weight and occupies space, is artificially molded, medically sculpted, or surgically curated. Once the appearance appeals to their senses, nothing is spoiled. Not even the cautions from a regulatory authority will stop them. Now, they are into slay queens, like I said, and many of these slay queens have proven to be smarter and sharper than Nana Appiah Mensah himself. Now, these are the real definition of scammers. You could sell your entire family and invest in them with the proceeds, but you won't even get that's collectibles, Nanka Pesa gold collectibles. You won't get it, forget it. If you persist, you'd rather die without an entry pass while they keep their password. You get what I mean? They are complex. They are like the word February itself. Learning to spell February back in class 6, was very difficult for me until my teacher, he was a smart, devout witness of Jehovah. He decided to appeal to my sense of creativity. He said, Caleb, February. And I thought about it. I thought, yeah, February, yeah. That's when I got it. February. Now, let me admit to you that February 2019 has really proven to be a month of love indeed. Crazy bloody love for politics, where supporters will tell Nana B, if it must be done, it must be done well. I mean, crazy love for politics, where a woman first rejected as a widow is now rejected as a bloody widow. Crazy love for politics, where pieces of advice from the Peace Council is shredded into pieces. Actually, they say the Peace Council itself needs some counseling. My name is Caleb Kudah. This is BackPage on Citi TV. When we return, I have so much love to give you. And oh, na. This kind of love is crazy satirical love. This is BackPage on Citi TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. Now, before I serve you today's dish, it is important to remind you of last week's menu. We had as part of the menu a dish called the Lion of the Tribe of Pram rice with National Vigilante Security pepper soup. Now, after tasting our innovative dish, some people have decided to rename Ayawaso West Wogon, the location for our restaurant, to Ayo Wasum Wagwan. You know, the response is in this video. You see how some George was approaching the heavily built men? Yes, all you have to say, Abomesum, and you're approaching the Abomesum. Before you know it, media boom, Odiabom, DJ Amani Diabom, Wasum, Skolo. Now that you remember that what happened last week, let me bring you to this week, because following the bloody scenes that marked the by-elections that sowed violence at Ayo Wasum Abomasum Wagwan, constituency, the media has been bombarded with truckloads of press releases, releasing statements of condemnation aimed at the governing NPP for unleashing unruly balaclava-clad vigilante forces on poor citizens in the name of national security. The things say before let's continue. The EC, for what is considered a poorly supervised elections and all that, national conversations have been centered on national insecurity, as many have been applauding the Minister of National Insecurity and the entire government machinery of demonstrating their competence at keeping a nation insecure ahead of 2020. Sana, while they were doing all these, some people were envious of all the fame government was enjoying. so they decided to dirty themselves. I'm sure you two are proud of yourselves, are you not? Now, the truth is that these young adult leaders are supposed to be, adults, but they went below the sunken standard of even the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, for example. I mean, even NUGS has stopped these childish things. They know, if you angry them, the NPP faithful among them will call an NPP Congress. The NDC faithful among them will call an NDC Congress, and they will go like, see, Nanako, Tata, Bongo, you are the president. Then they say, you are beautiful, you'll be women's commissioner. You are not Katikati, you'll be secretary. And that's it. Life is that simple. NDC, NPP, NUGS, they have their executives already, and they make life very simple. But the painful thing about the Nana B, Sami Jefi debacle is that after the two supposed adult youth leaders drag themselves into the mud, poor journalists are called to cover a press conference way after 10 p.m. on a Friday night. Well, unfortunately, the tension didn't last long on these two honorable gentlemen, even though one threatened court action and the other gave an apology. Many say is no apology at all. Now, their attention soon changed from condemnation of violence, from condemnation of studio slapping or verbal abuse, to a bloody walkout on a supposed bloody widow. Now, not many are happy or were happy with this bloody widow walkout.
I strongly believe that wherever the minority leader is, he will be very disappointed in the minority caucus. Yes. On this note, Mr. Speaker, I say they ought to apologize to the honorable member, Honorable Lydia Seria Malhassan, all women in Ghana, all widows in Ghana. They shouldn't go back ever and ask for the women vote, for the widows vote. They shall always be in the record.
Wait, those of you calling for the apology, do you really know what bloody widow means? Bloody widow, no? What do you say?
When you go to Google and under English tells you that a woman whose husband has died and who has not married again, fishing, football, golf widow, informal, humorous, a woman whose partner is often not at home because he or she is fishing or playing football. Mr. Speaker.
I can't tell you. It was a foreign gasification. What do you say? Someone saying free SHS and Mantem Kra. Oh, I mean, that's not fair. And please, those of you who are saying if the honorable MP were your mom, you will not let her sleep in the house, like you make her sleep outside when she returns from Parliament on this particular day. Stop that. Stop it. It's not funny. But I think, sister, let's watch again. Why? Let's watch the thing again.
When you go to Google and under English tells you that a woman whose husband has died and who has not married again, fishing, football, golf widow, informal, humorous, a woman whose partner is often not at home because he or she is fishing or playing football. Mr. Speaker.
Tell them, those of you who don't stay at home, you're making your wives widows. Now, imagine bragging to your male colleagues in your dormitory that your mom is an MP. She goes viral on social media for this one. And then the next weekend, she comes to visit you in school. What a popole. The way guys will laugh at you. Anyway, guess what? Debates in Parliament about this Wasumwa violence was everything but progress. Accusations, counter-accusations, on and on until eventually the substance of the debate was virtually lost.
Member for Tamale North, kindly leave the house. Please, Marshal, ensure that they leave the house.
Now, Suhini, no, Suhini says he's a hero. Asamo.
I contribute my quota to a just and fair society, and in this case, Parliament. And I will continue to do that. Asking me to walk out is less than being killed. And I'm ready to sacrifice my life if it comes to that.
See, earlier, the NDC refused to acknowledge Lydia Saria Malhassan as the widow of the late Emmanuel Boatier Jacko, right? They said her name was not on the obituary of the late MP. Family people too. Why are you like that, eh? Now, the NDC also said they will win the seat because Lydia committed an abomination by contesting for the seat while her late husband, was yet to be buried at the time. Well, today, they say she's a bloody widow, and it's a no. Anyway, my two cities is that at least if people don't have tema or compassion for widows in this country, at least finally we have one more widow to represent widows in Ghana's parliament. Then someone says, Caleb, the woman's name is not on the obituary la. Well, whatever the case, she will be representing, people. She will have fellow feeling for the people in her shoes. You understand what I mean? Yeah. For real, though, to cut this whole Wasumwagwan thing short, Justice Short and others have been commissioned to produce another report for the shelves. So let's cut this short. Even though it seems strange that commissioners of the violent process have already declared the thing peaceful, free, and fair. Now, when we come back, we'll look at the whole incident of commissions, how many they are, how effective they will be.
It's time for the biggest road trip of a lifetime. 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV's Heritage Caravan is back. Get to experience culture and explore Ghana's favorite tourist destinations on the Heritage Caravan. 8 days, 8 regions, amazing destinations, and exciting events. Mark up your calendars. The Heritage Caravan starts on the 2nd to the 9th of March 2019. Visit citynewsroom.com to register or call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Heritage Caravan 2019 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV. Go.
Spend 30 minutes every weekday catching up with all the trending social media conversations of the day. If you tweet it, we'll read it. We might just even Skype you. 30 minutes is all it takes, so use the hashtag 30minutes on social media to catch our attention. Join the most interactive social media TV show weekdays at 5 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Go.
Welcome back. This is BackPage. My name is Caleb Kudah. We are on Citi TV. Now, if commissions of enquiries could be used as collateral for countries to get loans, like by now Ghana would have had enough to fix our bad roads, pay Wayomi for delaying in paying us, and then pay Nam1 to pay his Nam1ites. More than 20 years now, Ghana has probably set up about 270 commissions of inquiry. One example is the one focused on footballers slapping coaches and sharing $1 million. If we decide to share these commissions across the country, we would possibly have one commission. Of all the commissions of inquiry set up, the most critical one was the one on the stadium disaster, perhaps, for me. But that one, because he's saying, we may have to set up a commission of inquiry to investigate all the other commissions of inquiries and their report. Or, people, what do you all say? What do you all say? I mean, we need to move on, but flashback, still on this thing. In the heat of all these, John Mahama joined the bandwagon of people condemning the violence, only to be condemned for his damning boot-for-boot promise or challenge.
And I'm sounding a warning to the MPP. We're going to match them boot for boot. We respect the constitution of this country. And NDC is a democratic party. And that's why we abide by the rules of the constitution. But the same constitution says that Ghanaians should resist anybody who attempts to subvert the constitution. And when you go rampaging with forces and intimidating people when they should come out and vote, you are subverting Ghana's constitution, and we have a right to resist you. And so we'll get a full briefing of what happened, but I just want to sound a caution that NDC has revolutionary roots, and that when it comes to unleashing violence, nobody can beat us in unleashing violence.
Charlie, nobody can beat the NDC. They have a revolutionary route, but looks like the probity, accountability, anti-corruption part, it is fast living the NDC. Now, John Mahama's booty, right? Nothing new about it anyway. It didn't sit well with the Peace Council, though, and indeed, many reasonable Ghanaians. But the fact that the Peace Council said almost nothing about the bloody attacks at Eyo Wasum Wagwan, but was swift in condemning John Mahama, or in calling him to order, if you want, by demanding an apology, for some was rather disingenuous. You could feel the pain in John Mahama's voice.
The one who has been shot, I should come and apologize. Meanwhile, you won't condemn the one who shot. We will not tolerate this in Ghana. And we are serving notice. The Deputy Minister of State Security has said they were responsible for deploying it. We are serving them notice. They shall never deploy such a force in any election in Ghana again. We will resist it.
Oh, poor John. I could tell if not that the Holy Spirit touched his heart, our dear ex-president would have said, oh, just sit Babylon for make me come here because that was really painful. Anyway, let's go for a break. When we return on BackPage, there is more.
Every weekday at 8 p.m., Citi Newsroom brings you analysis of the major news stories of the day. In-depth, comprehensive, and researched. It's 1 hour of local and international news from 8 to 9 p.m. It's the Citi Newsroom. Weekdays on Citi TV. For All the news, analysis, projections, and policies that affect your business. Curated and delivered in a simple and timely format. Watch Business Dashboard, your most comprehensive source of business news. Every weekday at 7 p.m. Only on Citi TV. Business Dashboard on Citi TV is sponsored by ADB Bank. Truly a Greek and more.
Welcome back. This is BackPage on Citi TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. My Ghana is very bad. I am name. Forgive me, all right? But the first time I heard the word agbewo, I thought it was an Ebe word, like agbeko, shortened as agbe, agbewo. But this video taught me the meaning of agbewo without my asking. Be serious, Caleb. Now, the two women you saw sitting on the hot Dubai Kota Road are former honorable ministers of state. We know the joke. Others joined them too. And there are more pictures to this, you can see over here. Now, the last time any person walked through the streets of a car, to raise funds in support or to support a political party, he was promoted to financial minister level when the party won power, right? Now that the whole former minister for gender, children and social protection is practically sitting on the hot Kota Road in a hot pink. Listen, how can we reward her when we win power? Or is it that we'll make her running mate and eventual vice president? It's not easy, this politics. Anyway, it will certainly pay off one day, that I know. My only problem is the young ladies there who left Nkranza 2 nights ago to come to participate in Agbewo. What do they get in return? Lolly fare, Hamatan beaten oil-soaked fried rice, and that's it? It beats my mind how people can be so loyal to political parties and not to the country called Ghana. But waiting be my own, eh? No wonder those who don't feel belonged want Ghana uploaded on OLX or Tonaton. Basically, Yanton Ghana to Fobo, so that at least we all can get our kakrawa. But even then, our big men will still see us. They will get a better part. Let's do men's good, eh? Let's go men's good. Let's go men's good. Because now customers of men's good are upset with the media. Not with the government, with the media. What is their case? Well, they say that even though initially they threatened to beat journalists who showed up to cover their story, in fact, they assaulted some, they say they became tight buddies with the media. Every single day, the media features them in their stories. But since the media pitched camp with the Tardy girls, the media has jilted them. Tardy girls too say since Wasum Wagwan and Bloody Widow took over the front pages, no one even cares about them, claiming that the IGP has been globetrotting and the president recently joined the globetrotting adventure, so they don't even know who to cry to. Well, unlike the Tardy girls who don't actually have the means to cry to the public now, because they're probably, somewhere we don't know, and no one will hear them. Men's Golders, I think, have had a beautiful name, Coalition of Concerned and Defrauded Men's Golders. Is that it? Well, I'm not too clear on that though, but they have adopted a new approach to get national attention, albeit still through the media.
Nane, Yabu Kotoje. Nane, Yabu Kotoje. Nana do da kwa kufuadu. Woma, noma, sufrao. Yatu abama. Who can say yan so Nanda ya so wahwe. And then we are my Edipa Yario. Nanda Tomba Yari to open the sa. Nanda Ume would open the sa. Nana Ume just look to open the sa. Nana, your radiation, and what did you say? Obeyamaye. Now, oh, my enemy was say, ye did Yamawo. Nana, yet you say what I say. Oh, Mamma.
That's a grandfather. Can you see how he's sweating? I can tell he was a prayer warrior when he was in SU. Nana, you're so proud. Grandfather is saying Nana is father and all those. I am very certain that, for some of these elderly people, sometimes they're very young children, advise them against some of these investments, but young people, they say we don't know anything. Now you're on TV telling the whole world you're so frail and all this. You can really feel, there's a particular lady in one of the videos you'll be seeing, you can see she was in the spirit. There was something inside so strong. Oh no. You observe their faces, you will see that. You will see in this one. And you also notice the last time you saw some of them on TV, that this time around, they dramatically lost weight. And somebody should tell Dr. Baumia that men's goddess are suffering, tardy girls are suffering, lion of the tribe of Pram has suffered, victims of a Wasum Wagwan shooting have and are still suffering. But before we go, given how people get slapped and others shot by state-sponsored tags, many parents are discouraging their wards from pursuing journalism. You never know. You don't need to fret for all of you, One of my colleagues, he has been teaching all of us how to escape being beaten, at least to the government can make sure all of us feel secure enough. Watch this.
I'm calling for you. Call my MTN. God will keep it, Charlie. Call my MTN. God will keep it, Charlie. Call my MTN. God will keep it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was Hansen Ajuma. Okay, Hansen Ajuma is my colleague here at Citi TV and Citi FM. He says that he doesn't want any award for courageous reporting. He doesn't want any award for courageous reporting. Or hashtag justice for Hansen. That's only a Brunei. Oh, Hansen, you're a great guy. Justice for Hansen will never happen in Jesus' name. Hallelujah. Anyway, let's end the show here. My name is Caleb. If you love us as much as we do you, find us on YouTube, Citi TV GH, and search BackPage. You'll find all our episodes. Share with family and friends. Run like Hansen did and share. Like us on Facebook, Caleb Kudah, on Twitter at Caleb Kudah. If you send me an email at calebkudah@gmail.com, I'd love to see it. Whatever you do, give it your best or nothing. Have a good time. See you next same time next week. The first week.
Yeah.
So she should look for page 2. I have no idea. Welcome.
Papa and I see as I beg you for do the